Hi, my name is Ray Beesing along with Dominica Kudiba and Marianne Cochran, and we're going to talk tonight about CRM. We're in the offices of Konica Minolta, and our guest tonight is Howard Meltzer, who is the president of Sales Tiger, which is a training and consulting company. Howard is going to talk to you tonight and answer some questions from us about how CRM technology is being utilized by companies every day, and it's growing tremendously, from helping companies sell, whether it's upsells or downsells or cross-selling, through customer services and targeted marketing. So without any further ado, Mr. Howard Meltzer.
Thank you, Howard.
Well, let me first tell you a little bit about myself, my company. Sales Tiger's been it's a sales training consulting business. It's been in business for over 7 years. I've been in the office products industry for 24 years. And what I'm going to talk about today is what Ray talked about, is how I'm utilizing CRM technology with my clients and how they're utilizing it to their benefit in terms of gaining incremental business as well as getting deeper and wider within some of their existing accounts. I'm going to relate this all to a high percentage of my clients are in the office products industry, and as they mentioned, we're sitting today at Konica Minolta Corporation, one of my clients, and we're utilizing their office, and I'm going to, again, speak to how this particular client, Konica Minolta, is actually using this technology. So, with that said, basically what happens in the office products industry, when I say office products industry, I'm speaking to mainly the traditional copier market as we all know it. What happens in the copier market or the office products industry is a sales rep typically gets somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 3,000 businesses in a geographical territory. That's usually broken up by zip code, so everybody kind of has a protected territory. And they get these 2,000 to 3,000 businesses. So here's our little sales rep. He goes out, he's making some phone calls, he'll make some cold calls, which is like going out knocking on doors. He's going to send out some mailers now and then. And the problem with this approach, it's a shotgun approach, is the sales rep's over here talking to Sam, and Joe's buying a new copier. Sales rep's talking to Jill, and Sandy over here is buying a new software solution. Talking to Don, and Craig over here is buying a new printer. They don't get to the right place in the right time but 4 or 5 times a month, and you know, they get the rosary beads out, in all honesty, and pray they make quota, is really what it comes down to. So they use this shotgun approach. Well, what I've done with my company is I said, look, what if we looked at it a little bit differently? Instead of giving Joey, the sales rep, 2,000 to 3,000 businesses, what if we said to them, all right, Joey, you get 500 one-machine accounts. That's all you get. We've identified 500 businesses with one machine, none of which, by the way, are doing business with your company today. They're doing business with all your competitors. None of them are doing business with your company. Well, I can tell you, if I told a sales rep that, instead of these 2,000 to 3,000 businesses, they get 500 one-machine accounts, none of which are doing business with your company today, they'd quit and go back to work for one of these companies with 2,000 to 3,000 businesses. But the reality is, in the office products industry, the copier industry as we know it, these machines, excuse me, turn over every 36 to 42 months. Take it to the bank, that's what happens. It's a recession-proof business. And in today's world, that's a good thing. I'm going to use 48 months to be conservative. I'm going to use 4 years that these machines are actually going to turn over. That's 125 machines that will turn over from today, September 29th, to September 28th of next year. That's 10.5 opportunities per month. If a rep knew where those 10.5 opportunities were occurring each and every month, I can tell you they're going to win roughly 50% of those opportunities. Rookies will win at 30 or 40% of the time. Veterans will win at 70 or 80% of the time, which will result in 5.25 machines being sold, times an average selling price in the office products industry of $10,000 is $52,500 in revenue per rep per month. Which I can tell you, in the office products industry today, the average revenue per rep per month is $27,000. So you can see it has a big impact on production of a sales rep. And there's not one person, as I travel the country talking to dealer owners and corporations about this equation, that really argues with the concept. I get some that say, well, I don't know if I'll win 50% of the time, maybe I'll only win 40% of the time. Okay, 4.75 machines times an average selling price of $10,000 is still $40,000. Some people say to me, well, my selling price isn't 10, it's only 8. Okay, $40,000 per sales rep instead of 27. Any way you slice it and dice it, this is going to be a whole lot better than what we're experiencing over here using the shotgun effect. So how does CRM technology play into it? We're not going to take this territory away from the sales rep. What we're going to do is we're going to utilize CRM technology, and we're going to help that sales rep identify the top 300 opportunities in their territory. Now, let me define a top opportunity in the office products industry, the copier industry. It's someone who's got a lot of copy machines, a lot of printers. It's someone who has big equipment, big hulking equipment that's making lots of copies and lots of prints. And we identify those top 300 opportunities. We then input all the information into a database. And it basically, everything about that account that we can gather in terms of information. And we split those accounts into thirds. 1/3 is going to get a phone call or in-person visit. 1/3 is going to get snail mail or direct mail. And 1/3 is going to get email. These are non-invasive, permission-based marketing touches. So in essence, I call my contact, Jim Smith, on the phone, try to get an appointment. He says, Howard, I'm not interested. And I said, Jim, is it okay to stay in touch with you? Sure, just to get rid of me, he'll probably say sure. Well, this month I called him. Next month I'm going to send him snail mail or direct mail. Following month I'm going to send him email. Then I'm going to call him again. Why? Because studies have shown that you need to touch people minimally 6.7 times a year in order to stay top of mind. In order to stay top of mind. By the way, most sales reps, 90% of sales reps quit after 4 attempts at trying to get an appointment. They'll make a phone call, they'll send a letter, they'll send an email, but 90% of sales reps give up after 4 attempts. With our program, in essence, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate people through this system using our CRM, where 1 month we're going to call them, or we'll have the sales rep call them. 1 month we're going to send direct mail, 1 month we're going to send email. And we rotate people through this process. The other way that we're utilizing CRM technology in this process is everything we send out. And we utilize postcards in our direct mail and emails and so on and so forth. I don't know if you can see that, but we use a lot of postcards. Everything we send out is personalized. So if Jim Smith is my prospect, everything says, Dear Jim, sincerely in my case, Howard Meltzer. Everything gets customized for our client, and we utilize what's called PURL technology, personal URL. And in essence, a PURL would be, in my case, www.learnmore.com/hmeltzer. If I opted to keystroke that in from a postcard or clicked on it from an email, what will happen is a landing page will pull up instantaneously where it says, hey, Howard Meltzer or Jim Smith went to this landing page. While at this landing page, he clicked on these links to learn more about my company. I, in turn, get an email notification, real time, instantaneously, that tells me that Jim Smith went to this landing page. And I start to learn behavior about Jim Smith. What are his hot buttons? What are the things that he's interested in? So again, I can utilize my CRM technology further. So, yes?
How would Konica Minolta be able to implement this technology in their business?
Well, in essence, what we've done here is we have identified, or are in the process of identifying, the top 300 opportunities in each of the reps' territories. Through myself and the general manager of this operation, kind of identifying those opportunities and putting them into this process. The nice thing from this operation is right now they're a little short of manpower trying to fill some slots. Well, this program is working for them today despite the fact that they have some open territories. So there is marketing happening. There are opportunities that are being created even while there are territories that the branch manager here is trying to fill. So again, great use of CRM. It's a great retention tool for existing reps, great recruiting tool for the general manager here to hire more people. That's it.
What technology, like what platform do you use in your company actually? Is it Microsoft?